So let's get started. Okay, Maria, are you familiar with the course, with the platforms, with the way it works? Yep, or not?
Yes, no, ya entré.
I already got into the platforms.
Yes.
All right, let me see something.
Mhm.
Courses, I'm going to look for you, Maria. So, Maria, meanwhile, tell me about yourself. What do you do? What do you study? What's your motivation to study English?
Okay, my name is María Clara. I live in La Ceja.
Oh, nice. I am from La Ceja too.
Yes, teacher. I study veterinarian.
Veterinary, okay. Because you study veterinary to become a veterinarian.
Okay.
Okay,
I
very
study
good, Maria.
veterinary.
Okay,
Uh,
I guess you love animals a lot.
yes, I love animals. Cows.
Oh my God, they are so beautiful.
Yes. I am 20 years old.
Oh, you're very young. Which semester are you in, Maria?
And 7.
7. Oh, you're about to finish. How many semesters do you need to study? 12 or 10
10.
semesters?
10.
10,
Yes.
okay. And then you have like practice.
2.
2, okay.
2 semesters,
Okay,
sí.
so you're kind of in the middle. No more. If it's 10, you only have 3 semesters left.
Yes.
Oh my God, Maria, you're about to become a professional. Awesome.
Yes.
Maria, and what do you do on your free times? On your free time, what do you do?
I like sleep.
I like to sleep.
To
You can say
sleep.
I like to sleep or I like sleeping. Because remember that
Okay.
when we talk about the things we like, that verb that follows like is going to go in infinitive. Yeah, so you have 2 options. 2 options. You can say I like to sleep or I like sleeping. Okay.
Okay.
Hello, Sarita. How are you?
Hi.
Sarita, I need you to turn your camera on. Sarita. Sara. All right. So you were telling me, Maria, about yourself, and what do you do when your leisure time? Which activities do you like doing when you're free, when you don't have to study, when you're on vacation? What do you do? Do you have any hobbies? Do you practice any sports?
I like to run.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Watch series.
Are you
of TV.
watching a series right now?
Yes.
Which one?
I watch Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, that is really cool. Yeah, and you can get a lot of vocabulary from series like those. You can get a lot
Yes.
of like
Also.
medical vocabulary. I mean, you're a doctor because you work with animals, and you know what? I have great admiration for veterinarians because, of course, doctors are wonderful and they are just really smart. But in the case of veterinarians, it's just amazing because your patients don't speak. Your patients don't have the ability to explain what's happening to them and if it hurts. So you have to learn how to read the symptoms by just looking at the animal. So that's fascinating.
Yes. It's very complicated.
Wow, it's amazing. Okay. Hello, Sarita. How are you?
Hi, teacher. Fine, and you?
I'm pretty good. Thanks for asking. Okay, Sarah, we were talking with Maria about yourselves and a little bit about the motivation you have to study English. So I'm going to finish with Maria and then I'm going to continue with you. Maria, what's your motivation to study English? Why are you studying English?
Teacher, I don't understand.
Why are you studying English? What's your motivation to study English?
Okay. It's very important a lot.
Yes.
Yes.
I totally agree with you. It's really interesting because some people don't realize how important English is, not only in your professional field, but also like personal.
Traveling.
Yeah, to travel, to like communicate with others, to make friends, to socialize, to do a lot of things to get better salaries, better possibilities in life in general. So to access to information that is only recorded or done in English. So yeah, it's very useful. Okay, now we're gonna continue with you, Sarita. Sara, what are you studying?
Hi, teacher. I am studying biology.
Bio. Okay, so because Maria is gonna be a veterinarian. I mean, I know it's not the same thing, but you're kind of related somehow. Yeah,
Yes.
it's very interesting.
Yes.
And Sarita, which semester are you in?
In ninth,
Okay, and how many semesters do you need to course? 10?
10.
Oh, you're about to finish.
Yes.
Maria is in her seventh, semester. So you're in your ninth, so you're about to become a professional. Wonderful. Sarita, what do you do in your free time? Do you have any leisure activities?
I watch TV. I watch series. How
Which
do you say
series? Series,
it?
yes. Which series are you watching now?
Game of Thrones.
Okay. Are you watching that in English or in Spanish?
Spanish.
No, Sarah, come on. You need to turn that. It's really interesting because some people are like, I don't have time to study English or to practice English, and you have a lot of possibilities to do it. Yes, take your brain out of the comfort zone, and it's really interesting because once you get used to watch series in English with the original language, the voices in Spanish are not that good most of the time. Yes, I guess the only voices I prefer in Spanish than in English are the Simpsons. The Simpsons voices, yes, because they are really good. But for movies and series, I always prefer and choose the English. And you can use subtitles in Spanish. It's really good, yeah, in order to increase your vocabulary, and that helps you a lot with your fluency, with your pronunciation. It's a wonderful exercise. So, Sarita, please promise me that the next time you're gonna watch Game of Thrones in English with subtitles in Spanish.
Yes, I promise.
Do it. All right, Sarita. So, last question for you, Sarita. What's your motivation to study English? Why are you dedicating time and money and energy to this thing?
Teacher, my motivation is maybe understand the papers or scientific articles.
Yes, articles. Yeah. It's as we were saying, yes, and there is a wonderful motivation, yes, because in biology and veterinary, you have a lot of information like coming and going, and all of that is in English. And also, if you want to publish an article or paper, you need to know how to write correctly in English. So it's so useful. And when you are able to do that in English or to interact in English, you have more possibilities to become a better professional. So there are a lot of advantages. Yes, when you really focus on your process of learning English. Yes. So I'm really glad that you have these wonderful motivations. So for the ones who don't know me, because I am already familiar with Sarita, because you were in my previous course. It's so good to see you in this one. So to Maria, I am Lizeth Rivera. I'm going to explain you in this first class how this course is going to work. We're going to explore the first topic today. And remember that this is a super intensive course, so you are supposed to dedicate at least 3 to 4 hours every day. This course starts, give me 1 second, started yesterday. But of course, we didn't have like any time to do anything yesterday. So the good news is that we're going to have this extra time the first week of July, because we are supposed to finish by July 12th. Yes. So next week and next week and the other week, we're going to have like all the time to complete everything. It's good that you're on vacation because you can dedicate all time without any pressure. I'm gonna be all time. I'm very intense. I'm gonna write to you like, Sarita, I have seen that you haven't got into the platform. What's going on? Remember, I'm there to solve any questions you have, to answer like all the questions you have, solve the situations you have. You can contact me on WhatsApp. I'm gonna give you or try to give you a quick answer. Yes, you already got my WhatsApp number. If you haven't written to me, please write to me so I can add you to the WhatsApp group. And there we could share a lot of information. And yeah, so Sara and Maria Clara, I guess, are you familiar with the platform?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, but I'm going to explain it. I mean, for the ones who are going to watch this video in the future, hello guys from the past. We're talking from the past because this is going to be seen by someone in the future. So I'm going to explain you very quickly. Our course works with two platforms. The first one is CES Virtual. Yes, and on CES Virtual, you are already enrolled. Yes, I enrolled you yesterday, so you are already in. So when you go and click on Mis Cursos, right, in the option Mis Cursos, so you get English B1.1. And there we are going to have this platform in which we have the different topics we're supposed to explore. So the unit 1 is about people. It's a very interesting unit. What you need to do in this unit is to click here on activities, and you have the instructional forum. These are the practical exercises or activities you need to develop here. Yes, and here we have two forums already. We already have two forums. My piece of advice is to first do the exercises on the MyLT platform, so you could get all the elements and the vocabulary. And yeah, you can make all the questions to me like, teacher, I don't understand this or that, or what's the meaning of this or that. And once you are ready with all the vocabulary and the grammar elements, you can go, because this is more like practice what you have already learned. Yes. In these forums, you're going to show me what you have learned. Hello, Laura, how are you?
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Lau? Lau, I need you to turn your camera on. I want to see your face.
No.
Yes, it's mandatory. It's very important. Yes, because if it's like you're not there. If I don't see you, it's like you're not there, Laurita. So let me see your face. This is a very safe space in which we are supposed to communicate and interact. Yeah. Remember, you can talk and see other people and interact with them in Spanish, but this is the only space you really or actually have to interact with others using English. And remember, nobody's going to judge you, yes, because we are all learning. Yes, you're building a learning process, so it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to advance gradually. So Laura, yes, I need you to turn your camera on.
Teacher, one second.
Okay, take your time. So in here, you're gonna show me, yes, what you're doing. So first, my piece of advice is to take the assignments you already have. Yes, you already have the assignments for week 1 and week 2. Yes. So in this first one, we're gonna talk about my life and let's eat. Yes. And on week 2, yes, We're going to have unsolved mysteries and fashion trends. So we are going to explore very interesting topics. So you can take them one by one. So, okay, I already finished with all the contents of this unit one, my life. So then I'm gonna go to the forum. Yes, that you're supposed to do in the first week. So I'm gonna click here on instructional forum. So I'm gonna check the first one, people I look up to. So when I say I look up to someone, it means that I admire that person, that this person is an inspiration to me, right? So this time we're gonna talk about a person you admire, and you have to make a video talking about him or her. You could guide yourself answering these questions. So this could be a guide, yeah, for you to build your content, yeah. And the thing here, or the idea is to use the grammar elements. So in this case, you're going to talk about the way we use correctly the simple present tense versus the present continuous tense, right? Today, we're going to explore that. So don't worry. Oh, hello, Laura. It's good to see you. And you look beautiful, Laura. I also wear glasses. So what was your thing? All right. So in order to answer this, because some people, in this case, as you could see, I'm asking you to make a video talking about that. So some people get confused, some people like get really complicated with this thing. And actually, it's very simple. You just click here on the option Responder. In here, you have the option Avanzada. And when you click on Avanzada, you're going to have all these elements, all these possibilities. You just have to click here on grabar video, right? That is yes, grabar video. So you click here on iniciar grabación. I won't do it because right now I am using the camera to communicate with you on Zoom. And once you finish recording your video, you can upload it. Yes. And with that, you avoid like, oh, teachers, I recorded the video, but in a different platform, so it's very complicated, blah, blah, blah. So with this, it's like very, very simple to do it. Another possibility, but it's more complicated and it may take more time, you could do it on YouTube and copy the link in your answer. Yes, but my piece of advice is to do it directly on the platform. Okay?
Teacher,
Yes, dear.
or we can make the video on YouTube
Yes,
and
yes.
upload the link.
Yes, yes, but in my opinion, Maria, it's easier to do it directly on the platform. Yes, because on YouTube, you have to upload it on YouTube and share the link and blah, blah, blah. So in my opinion, less is better. Yes, the less effort and the less complications you have, I think is the better. But it's up to you. Okay?
Okay, okay, teacher.
Questions so far? No? Okay. So now we are going to interview Laurita. Laura, we already talked about ourselves. So Laura, what are you studying? What do you do? Tell us about yourself. Laura.
Teacher, tenía el internet malo, ¿me puede repetir, por
That
favor?
was like Laura, what are you studying?
I am studying nursing.
Okay, cool. And are you on vacation now?
Yes.
Okay, great. And Laura, do you have any activities or hobbies or any leisure time activities you like practicing or doing? You practice a sport? Do you have a hobby? Because Sarita and
Skating
I like skating. Awesome.
and makeup.
Oh my God. Next time I need you to wear something really fancy for us. That would be wonderful. So you like experimenting with makeup? Oh, you're
Yes.
okay. It's awesome. You guys, I mean, I've seen some girls who are just makeup artists. It's just amazing what you can do with makeup. It's like a cosmetic surgery. Makeup has this magic on people. Yes, it's just amazing. It's like magic. I love that. Laura, are you watching any series in English?
Yes, and
What are you watching?
no sé cómo se pronuncia.
Because Maga is watching Grey's Anatomy, and Sarita is watching Game of Thrones in English. What are you watching?
The Vampire Diaries.
Vampire Diaries? Vampire?
Yes,
Vampire
Vampire
Diaries.
Diaries.
Diaries. Okay. Are you watching that in English or in Spanish? Confess the truth.
In Spanish.
I know. Laura, you have to promise me that you're gonna watch this series in English. Please, please, please watch it in English. Put subtitles in Spanish. It's an excellent exercise and way to practice your English because number one is something you like. Yes. So when you do it with something you like, you're going to pay special attention, and that is going to help you to increase and improve your pronunciation and your fluency. It's very beneficial. No seas perezosita, tienes que poner ese cerebro a trabajar, right? So promise me you're gonna give it a try to watch it in English. And we were talking with Sarita that, in my opinion, you can tell me later, I prefer the voices in English because sometimes the way they talk in Spanish is, I don't like the voices, yes, of when they translate that into Spanish, the voices are not very nice. So it's better to listen to the original voice. It's always better. So give it a try. Okay, so Lau, are you familiar with the platform and how it works? Are you familiar with the platforms, Laura?
No.
No? Okay, so I was telling the girls that this course works with two platforms. So the first one is My ELT. Yes. So you have to, I'm going to sing out. So you have, I already sent you the user and the password. Yo ya te envié el usuario y la contraseña, Laura. So you use it and you sing it. The platform for you is gonna look different from mine, yes? Because I am the teacher and you're the student, but you always have to click here on the owl icon because the other is just the book. This is the course, Vocational B1.2, June, July, okay? This is the one. So you click here and you get into the course, okay? And you're going to find the assignments. Those are all the exercises, the content, the grammar you need to explore and or practice, right? And once you finish with the, for example, content of unit 1 for week 1, then you're gonna go to this second platform, which is Says Virtual. Yes, you are already enrolled too there in the course. So in here, we have the different topics. Yes, unit 1, My Life. So you have to click here on activities. And then you have the instructional forum. In the instructional forum, you are going to show me what you have learned. Yes. So that's why my piece of advice is to first take all the assignments and do all the practice on My ELT. And once you are ready and you have all the vocabulary and you have already made all the questions to the teacher, you said like, teacher, I don't understand this, or this is not clear to me. When you have all that clear, you could go to the Says Virtual, yes, and answer the forums and the questions. So there are always like main tasks, like tareas grandes, right? So in this one, most of the time, I always ask you to make a video. So how can we answer I mean, in this case, for example, you have to talk about someone you admire using the present perfect tense, the present continuous tense. I'm gonna give you some guide questions so you could use in your video. And you can click here on Responder Lau, yes, and click here on this option Avanzada, see? And once you click in Avanzada, you have the option to record the video. Yeah, you can record the video directly there. So that way we avoid to complicate ourselves like, I have to upload it on YouTube or I'm going to share it on Google, blah, blah. So no, let's do it directly there. And that's it. Okay, questions? No? All right. So we're going to get started with the topic of this first unit. Okay. There is another thing I wanna make sure you have clear. So there is another form I want you to pay attention to, which is the one which is in the bottom of the course. So you have the course, and in the bottom there is this one, which is the news forum. There, I'm constantly publishing information. Of course, this information is you're gonna get this information directly in your mail. But if you want to check it, is there all the time. So here we have the welcoming message. Yes, you have all the activities we are supposed to do and the dates. So we're going to divide this course into like 2 weeks, 2 long weeks. So we're going to start on June 22nd and finish on June 2nd. So we're going to have 10 days for this. It's a week of 10 days. And the next one is going to go from July 4th to July 12th. Okay, it's going to be like an 8 or 10 also days week. Yes, remember, it will be wonderful if you dedicate every day, even on weekends. It's up to you, right? I know you're on vacation, but you could like give half hour, 1 hour, yeah, to your English course. So please don't leave things for the last moment, because I always hover. I'm like, please to finish. Come on, do it. So I'm gonna be behind your back, like checking out what you're doing, if you're getting into the platform. If you're not, for sure I'm gonna write to you. Okay, to ask you what's going on and what's happening. Laura, you already have my phone number, so you can write to me on WhatsApp. You can contact me on WhatsApp if you have questions or if you have difficulties. Feel free to contact me anytime. I'm gonna try to answer as quickly as possible. And that's all. Okay, so we're gonna get started. Let me see. So in this first unit, we're going to talk about very interesting things. We're going to talk about the important people in your life, people who are family or friends or your partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. You have to introduce a person or someone else. Yes. You're going to talk about classes and lessons you're taking. Yeah, so we're going to talk about ourselves too. And we're going to be able to describe something you've learned to do. Okay, so it's going to be a very interesting unit to explore. And in this first lesson, we have a very interesting picture. Girls, what do you see in the picture?
Girls.
Where do you think these girls are from? Do you think they are Colombian?
No,
No?
India.
Indian. Why? Why do you think they are Indian, Maria?
Because your clothes.
Mine or their?
These clothes.
Their.
Yeah.
Their.
Their
Because of
clothes.
their clothes. Yes. Yes, so they might be Indian. Another possibility, Sarita, Laura, any other theory, hypothesis?
No, teacher. India.
India. All right. So they are in Asia, but they are from, if I'm not wrong, they are from Pakistan, I think. Afghanistan, yes. So there is a problem in Afghanistan. Do you know where Afghanistan is located and what is the situation with Afghanistan? Have you ever heard talking about Afghanistan? No? Nothing. Okay. This is going to be very interesting for you girls. So there was a war. There was a war in Afghanistan. And I don't know if you knew that the United States came to that country. Have you ever heard talking about the Taliban? And what do you know about the Taliban? If I say Taliban, what comes to your mind? Which words or which adjectives come? Who are they? Who are the Taliban?
Cultural situations. I don't know.
Okay, cultural situations. What else?
Customs.
Customs. Customs, very good. Maria, what else? Nothing? So, in Afghanistan, right, girls like you have no right to go to school. Why? Because they are girls, because they are women. It's so sad and unfair. A woman, even if a woman is an adult, this is going to be shocking for you girls. Even if a woman is an adult, she has to go to the streets in the company of a man. And she's not allowed to talk. Example, there was a judge. She's from Afghanistan, a judge, una jueza, right? She was a lawyer, she was a judge, the only judge in Afghanistan. And she had no right to go on the streets by herself. So she hired a 14-year-old boy. He was the son of her neighbor, and she paid to this boy to go with her, like everywhere around Afghanistan. And she had no right to express herself. And we're talking about a 50-something-year-old woman with a professional degree. She's a lawyer. She was a judge. And she had no right to go on the streets by herself. She had no right to express herself, because if, for example, you are with a man, and even if that man is younger than you are, he has more rights than you do in their culture. Yes, because we have men in here and we have women in here. So girls in Afghanistan have no right to study. They have no rights to express themselves. They have no rights to go on the streets by herself. They must always go out with a brother, their father, or a man from her family. Yes, but they are not allowed to go by themselves on the streets. And they are not allowed to study. They are not allowed to wear whatever the way they want to wear. That's why they are always covering, and they cannot show. They can only show their hands, yes, and their face when they are not married. Yes, so for girls like you can show your face and you can show your hands, but you're not allowed to show your neck. You're not allowed to show your hair. You cannot do that. You're not allowed. Is that serious that you could go to jail or you can be killed by the Taliban? Last year, there was a very complicated situation because in Iraq, a girl was going to the university and everything, a girl like you, 20-year-old. she said like, no, I don't want to wear the burqa, and she was killed on the streets. So there was a very big thing because there are of course Muslim girls all over the world. So for example, Muslim girls from Canada, Muslim girls from different parts in Europe made a lot of noise about that on social media, on Instagram, on TikTok. Some of them cut their hair in public, yes, in order to say like, this is insane. This is 2022, and we are killing girls on the street because they are not wearing something to cover their hair. This is just insane, yes, because it's really interesting, right? In this part of the planet, we are not aware of what's going on on the other side of the planet. So these girls have to hide themselves to go to schools. Yes, I mean, right now this video is not very current because right now they have to hide. Se tienen que esconder para estudiar. And they are like taking the risk to be discovered and killed just because they are studying. And this doesn't make any sense to me. It's just shocking. Yeah. So we're going to explore, this unit is going to be very interesting. So we are going to explore the situation with these girls. Yes. This is a beautiful picture, yeah, of students at her school. So inside Afghanistan's first boarding school for girls. So we're going to read the sentences and answer the questions. So Shabana Bazik Rashid is an educator at SOLA, the School of Leadership Afghanistan. It's the first girls boarding school in Afghanistan. Right now, this school is closed. Yes, it's really sad. What is a boarding school? And what would you like to go to a boarding school? Do you understand do you have any idea of what a boarding school is? It's a school in which because normally here in Colombia, you come to the university, take your classes, do your activities, and you go back to your house, right? In a boarding school, you don't go back to your house. You stay in the school. There's like a campus, and you sleep there, and you share your room with your classmates. So it's really interesting because in my opinion, they are not only classmates, they are roommates, and they are more than that. They became your friends and your family. So here we have some word bank we need to consider in order to understand this content. So we have educator, which is similar or is the same thing to talk about a teacher. Leader is a person who inspires and manages other people. So we're going to check together this wonderful video. It's really inspired. And I need you to, again, be conscious of the privileges, not privileges, because I mean, we're not privileged. We're just having our rights done. But I want you to get aware of how lucky you are because you are here in Colombia, because you have the possibility to study and the freedom to dress yourself the way you want. Another thing is really interesting. Girls and women in Afghanistan have no right to get a driver's license. They're not allowed. They're not allowed to buy a house. They're not allowed to have a bank account. It's just crazy. Okay, so let's check this out. I'm going to share with you the sound.
There were literally no schools for girls. My parents have always made it known to me and to my siblings that education is their number one priority for us. 6% of women in Afghanistan have a college degree. To be a part of that small minority, I feel extremely lucky and privileged. But at the same time, how did I get to be so lucky? Maybe there was a reason. I realized that I needed to become an educator. I'm the president and co-founder of SOLA, School of Leadership Afghanistan. It's the first girls' boarding school in Afghanistan. Their education has a real purpose, not just for them to have a good job, good income, but their education is also for them to serve their country, to be responsible global citizens.
Exactly, 9 times 4.
The process of empowerment has to be initiated from within. We create a safe space for these girls to be able to grow into their confident selves.
If I can be a doctor, I want to be a teacher of science. I want to be an explorer. I want to be so many things, but it's really hard to decide. I want to be a doctor and a teacher. I want to prove that girl can do everything.
Okay, what subject? History?
They all come here to learn to become the future leaders of Afghanistan. The solution to problems in Afghanistan have to come from Afghans. When you educate a girl, you educate her family, her community, her society, and our world at large.
Girls, personally, for me, videos like this are so inspiring. Yes, because this teacher, it's just a little group of girls, but this teacher was changing the world. Right now, I checked out what's going on in Afghanistan, and this school was closed, and they have to hide. Yes, do you understand what hide is? Hide. They have to hide. I'm going to write. Oh my God. Hide. They need to hide. Se tienen que esconder. They need to hide themselves from Taliban because they are putting their lives in risk. It's just insane. Yes. And as I don't know if you have noticed, only 6% of women are professionals and know how to read in Afghanistan. Right now, this number is decreasing. And right now, they have no right to go to the university. So that right is denied currently for Afghan women. And it's really, really, really sad. So you have to answer, yes, this is going to be located here on the MyLT platform. Yeah, so you have to answer some questions about this video. And there is some vocabulary that you need to explore, word partnerships. And when we talk about friends, so we are good friends or close friends, best friends, or friends. You can talk also about your neighbors. They are my next door neighbors, and we're just acquaintances. Do you understand what an acquaintance is? An acquaintance is a person you know. You say hello to this person, and you are like, hi. But you have no other relationship further than that. It's like what in Spanish we call, how do we call an acquaintance in Spanish? Maria.
Conocidos.
Yes,
Conocido.
conocidos. Is that your friend? No, it's just an acquaintance. Son conocidos. Just hey, hello to him or to her. That's just an acquaintance. Okay. So you have some listening exercises that you have to take. So all those are the assignments you're going to find on the MyLT platform. Another thing. This is a new book, so you need to take. To open the contents, there is like a little test You won't get any grade from that. It's just for the platform to see what your level is. But that is just for information for the platform. So don't worry. There is a part in which you're supposed to like record and speak. You can omit that because the platform doesn't work really well with speaking exercises. So you can pass those, okay? And now we are going to talk about the grammar topic. So we're supposed to talk about the present, the simple present tense, and the present continuous tense. We are going to explore and check out when do we use one or the other, okay? So let's explore.
The simple
this
present
together.
versus the present continuous. Use the simple present to talk about habits, schedules, and facts.
I always take a shower in the morning. The express train arrives at 9:03 a.m. They don't speak Italian. They speak French.
All right, girls. So in this first part of the explanation, you see, it's very simple. We use the simple present tense to talk about habits. It means something that you regularly do in your life. And schedules, right? Like times and days in which you specifically do stuff. And facts. Yes, facts are things which are real. Yes. For example, I am Colombian. That is a fact. Es un hecho, right? It's not that I'm Colombian right now and tomorrow I'm going to be French. No, it's not as simple as that. So, can you give me an example of a habit you have in your life? For example, right now, in this moment of my life, I study, see, simple present. I study Greek in the afternoons. Is there anything you are currently doing in your life? Is there something that is a habit in your life? Something that you eat, something that you do? Sarah?
I always drink coffee in the morning.
Okay, you always
Coffee.
drink coffee in the morning. Okay, good. Sarah, are you a fan of like I'm gonna show. This or this one? Confess. Like fake coffee or real one?
The number one.
This one?
Yes.
This is not coffee, Sarita. I'm kidding, of course. So you drink coffee every day in the morning. For example, that is a habit. Great job. Lau, a habit you have. Come on, Lau. We all have a routine.
Usted ha enviado todo lo que yo le mandé de apoyo financiero
Think about it. Maria, a habit you have.
de las inscripciones.
I always have lunch at
Ellos no hacen nada. Por-
se me olvidó.
At 1, at 12?
12, yes.
Okay, very good. For example, I always brush my teeth. That is a habit. It's something that you do repeatedly. What about you, Lau?
No.
Something you eat,
Mm.
something you drink, something you...
I'm very fast.
So, in this case, the verb will be have breakfast. So I have breakfast.
I have breakfast. And where is arepa?
Okay, I always have arepa for breakfast. I'm going to write the sentence for you. So you always have arepa for breakfast, Laura. You're ultra paisa. The most paisa girl ever. So I always,
Teacher.
Yes.
I have a question. Arepa no tiene traducción.
No. It's
Ah.
like sushi. It's like sushi. Sushi is a Japanese meal, and we get the name from Japanese, and that's it. Arepa is arepa, tamal is a tamal. That's why gringos said like tamales, fajitas, tacos, chicharrón, because when you talk about food, there is no way to, I mean, mostly if it's something typical. Of course, you can translate something like bread because it's pan, yes, and there is bread in every culture. But if it's something typical, like ceviche, yes, you will keep the name. So I always have, you see, this verb goes in simple present tense. I always have arepa for breakfast. Girls, are you like Laura? Do you have always the same thing for breakfast or do you change? In my case, every day is different. I have no idea what I'm gonna have for breakfast. For example, today I had arepa, but maybe tomorrow I'm gonna have some yogurt, Greek yogurt with almonds and raspberries. What about you girls? Do you always have the same thing for breakfast?
I change
You
every
change
day.
too? What did you have for breakfast today, Maria?
Cereals
Oh,
or
nice.
yes, and fritters and empanadas.
Okay, very good. And what about you,
Buñuelo.
Buñuelo too. Oh, yummy.
Yes.
And what about you, Sarita? What did you have for breakfast?
Teacher, I have changed too. I like so much eggs with
Eggs, very good.
with tomato.
Oh, those are really good. With a good arepita. Nice. All right. So as you can see, when we talk about habits we have, we're going to use the simple present. Yes. Can you also we talk or we use this tense to talk about schedules. Schedules, remember, is when we have a specific day and time to do things, horarios, right? For example, we are going to define the schedules for our Zoom meetings, right? Tenemos que definir nuestros horarios para los simpáticos. Is it okay for you at this time? Do you prefer them earlier in the morning or later in the afternoon? Is it okay for you this time? ¿Cómo la ven?
I like in the morning.
Do you like in the morning, 6 a.m.?
Teacher, I like in the afternoon
In the afternoon.
because I have intersemester.
Intersemestral. Okay, so we could take that into account and we could do it like at 1. Para no metérmeles mucho en la tarde de pronto los que están en vacaciones, right?
Yes.
Laura, what do you think? Do you agree, disagree? Yes?
In the morning.
In the morning, 6 a.m., 5, 4.
Teacher,
So-
or I can anytime.
Anytime, okay.
Yeah.
But I'm
Okay.
worried about Sarita. Sarah, what time do you finish your classes?
12,
Well, so you're escaping in a class right now
8 at 12.
from 8 to 12. So,
Yes.
for example, this is a very good way to use the simple present. Sarah has classes every day from 8 to 12. Yes, she has classes. Simple present. Tiene clases, right? She has classes from 8 to 12. So, girls, I'm going to propose to you to do it at 1. Is that okay? Yeah? At 1?
Yes, for me, okay.
I guess it's better because I don't know because that is the only one with the intersemestrales in here, but I don't know about the other students. And so I need you and I want the other students to be here in the Zoom meetings because it's very important for me to check out your level of spoken English and I need you to interact with each other. So is it okay for you, Laura?
No problem.
No problem. Okay, I was about to say like because I saw like no,
Teacher,
I
one
can't.
question. Impossible.
Impossible. I'm very busy. Tell me.
What days will the meeting?
Okay, that is another thing. I was thinking about having a meeting because I'm going to send you the schedules later today. I was thinking about doing those next Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Yeah, is that okay?
Okay.
All right, good. So let's continue. And facts. For example, something that is real, that is not, that is impossible to modify. For example, Sarah's last name is Campiño. That is a fact. It's not like tomorrow she's going to be Sara Lopez. No, it's a fact. Okay. So you're girls. You are Colombian. You are in the university. Afghan girls cannot go to the university. That is a really sad fact. Okay. Let's keep on checking the grammar content here.
Use the present continuous to talk about actions that are happening at the time of speaking. Notice the time expressions.
Clara is talking on the phone right now. She isn't studying at the moment.
Okay, so we are going to use the present continuous tense to talk about actions that are happening at the time of speaking, right? In this moment, we are studying English. We are interacting in English. We are using Zoom because it's something that is happening by the time I'm talking to you, okay? And we need to take into account or consider the time expressions here. So she's studying at the moment. Yes. Clara is talking on the phone right now. Yes. Sarah is studying English right now. Laura is wearing glasses right now. Maria is sitting on her desk right now. Okay, questions? No? Okay.
Also, use the present continuous to talk about actions happening in the extended present. Notice the time expressions.
How many classes are you taking this term? Hero is living in Singapore these days.
So another use we could give to the present continuous tense is to talk about actions happening in the extended present. When we talk about the extended present, is mostly this like period of our life. Yes, extended present could be este espacio o este periodo de la universidad. Because later you're going to become professionals and that is going to be another different milestone in your life, right? So you could use it to talk about actions that are happening in the extended present. That is the time expressions. For example, you can say, esta semana. That is an extended present situation. So, Hero is living in Singapore these days, por estos días, right? How many classes are you taking this term? ¿Cuántas clases estás tomando este semestre? Got it? Yes, or example, this semester I'm not practicing volleyball because I have no time. Yes, so you can use this in order to talk about actions that or things that are happening or taking place in the extended present. Okay. No, I'm about to finish it. Yeah. So and that's it. Questions? Sorry, here you are. I'm sorry, girls. All right. Questions? No? Girls,
Okay.
you're gonna have a series of activities here. This is why I really like my LT, because practice makes perfect. The more you practice, the easier it's going to be for you to feel comfortable with the contents or with the grammar contents and to get familiar with the structures. Yes, so it's very important to practice and practice and practice. Practice makes perfect. La práctica es nice, right? And that is going to be all. Remember, yes, so I'm going to see you next Monday at 1, okay? So I'm going to send you the message. I'm going to upload that on the forum. And that is going to be all for today. Thank you very much for your attention and see you on Monday. You can get started right now. Remember, you are supposed to start working on my LT. Yes, developing all the activities. Let's work hard. Don't leave things for the last moment, please, because I suffer a lot. Me suffer a lot. Cuando me dejan todo para última hora, yo estoy sudando petróleo, muchachos. So, see you on Monday, okay?
Okay,
Bye,
teacher.
take care.
Bye,
It was a
teacher.
pleasure
Bye,
seeing
teacher.
you and talking to you. Laura, bien, Reyes, pues, the next time. I wanna see a makeup thing. Okay? I'm kidding. If you want to. Bye, take care.
Bye,
Bye,
teacher.
teacher.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Thank you.
Mhm.